Hey everybody! Before we start today's episode, I would like to remind you that I recently started a gaming review channel. You can find the link to that channel in the description down below. It is labeled Konoha Reviews. On that channel, I review games, both old and new, and you can even request certain reviews by commenting on the videos on there. Please check it out, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and supporting me on that channel. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the episode. The war on Earth had spread through multiple continents, but there were still forces fighting on the early theater of Stratus. But that was coming to a close, after it had been decided by the Galactic Empire to reroute their troops towards the Pacific, where the war went better in their way. The evacuation order was given to all forces in and around Stratus. It came quite sudden, and to lift the hundreds of units towards the Star Destroyers, multiple Lambda shuttles were used. It was a hectic evacuation, but that was because there was little time. After the defeat with the three-way town siege, UNSC forces were in pursuit of the retreating stormtroopers. A makeshift evac site had to be chosen, and those who could make it had assembled to enter their ships and leave. Unfortunately, with the UNSC being successful in fortifying the airfield, it had anti-air guns set up as well that had the possibility to do devastating damage to anyone trying to escape. Alright, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode. So today we have the Galactic Imperial Evacuation on Stratus, which you can see here, a large-scale evacuation. We have a lot of Imperial Stormtroopers, Shore Troopers, and more that are heading to all these Lambda shuttles to head back to the main Imperial fleet. Now this is not a retreat because we are necessarily losing the battle for Stratus, but it was believed that continuing the war on Stratus would lead to unnecessary casualties for an island that was pretty small. So the Galactic Empire decided to leave the battle to the UNSC and the Imperium of Man. Now, with the airfield retaken by the UNSC, they will have some AA defenses set up, which means we will probably suffer casualties during this evacuation. This scenario is, of course, also a callback to the epic Arma evacuations I did back in the day. They were very popular back then. They were almost a subgenre of missions themselves. We can actually hear... I'll actually turn up the volume just a little bit. You can actually hear some of these shuttles taking off. We also have visual confirmation. And they actually are really, really cool. They work with the wings even going down. There we go. Landing gear up, and they are away. Let's hope they will make it. A lot can go wrong in this evacuation. There's a lot of chaos going on. As more shuttles are also taking off. Oh, there are the first hits. Oh, and it's going down. Oh, that one is taking fire too. Our shuttle is that one there. Ooh, so many are flying very close to each other. Now the hope is, of course, that with that many ships, some of them will be able to outfly the AA. Not all, of course. I'm gonna wait with getting into the ship until we have everybody here. Oh no! Ooh, that almost went wrong. That almost went wrong. Uh-oh. Looks like that one lost control. Yep.
Stormtroopers, no.
That one went down. Alright. See how many we have here. The ships are actually instructed to not leave until the full crew is aboard, and you can see that actually some of the units might be triggered into going prone, crouching, looking for the enemy. You can see we don't even have a pilot yet, which in that case, do we have anyone in here? Not yet. Oh, look at that. Okay, we are boarding. Come on, everybody. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. They're still taking fire. Right in the back. Oh, look at that. We got a full crew. Hopefully, that is everybody. Again, it will not take off until we have everybody. Oh, look at that. Yes, the engines are on. We are good to go. As we are still taking AA fire. I am not piloting this, I'm just riding in the back. Doing a little prayer with the troopers. A whole bunch of ships did already make it to the fleet, but not everybody yet. Again, the AA fire is coming from the airfield that of course got retaken. Looks like we might actually be lucky. They might actually be out of ammo or reloading, or might be targeting a different ship. Ooh. Looks like we're probably getting out of here. That's good to know. Alright, but that is of course not everybody. We still have some TIE pilots back here who also take part in the evacuation. I put them there in case my stormtrooper would die within the chaos. It has happened in simulations where he got crushed by a Lambda shuttle within the chaos when one would get shot down or they would crash into each other. Oh, Jesus. Oh! Woo! Oh, we got a technical malfunction there. It's being hit! It's going down! Well, never mind that. It's actually quite cool about these evacuation scenarios is that they can be quite unpredictable with all of the different AIs doing or handling things at the same time. I did also put some Lambda shuttles here and there without a group assigned to them so that I would always have one that I could get into in case my squad would refuse to get into a Lambda shuttle. Now we have two shuttles here that clearly have the engine on. You can hear them, you can even see the dust particles as they are trying to take off, but they're not for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I think that is everybody. I don't see any other troops here, so the evacuation, regardless of the losses we took from the AA, was a success. Where there are no more ground troops here. Now I think the AA turrets might be out of ammo, which is good for us. I did place quite a lot. Let's get in this one. This one is of course not super logical in terms of placement, but it guaranteed me a shuttle that I could take off as. Let's see, it's in good condition. Let's turn it on. I wish I had a co-pilot though, but here we go. Let's not get too close to the airfield. I don't feel too comfortable with that yet. And let's also get our landing gear up. And there we go. Nice. Alright, and we are in full control here. So let's head upwards and reunite with the main fleet. The evacuation indeed went chaotic as expected. Many units lost their squad leaders and hopped in any ship that they could find. Many did not make it, as they soon became the target of the UNSC AA turrets. But there were simply too many shuttles to be shot down by the UNSC, and those who made it were glad that they had struck the luck of the draw. For the others, the sea on Earth would become their grave. News soon arrived for the UNSC thereafter. A new assault force was seen somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea. The orcs that were attacking mostly Africa for now had expanded their forces to several islands in the hope to overtake them and settle bases to spread out from there. For this particular island, the main town would soon become their next target, and the UNSC troops stood ready to defend their homes. But they had never faced the orcs before, unlike the Imperium of Man. They did not yet know if they even stood a chance.